Time is everything. This is electronic defense in depth. And what better reason for an effective air defense? But is this protection enough? Here is protection too. The protection which comes with the possession of weapons of retaliation. Just as our defensive powers had been advancing, so have our instruments of attack. The demands of plain warfare require the fantastic ability of modern computers. The question was, how could the electronic computer be made airborne? Problems of consequence when designing a computer for ground installation became overwhelming when it was proposed to redesign them to fit into jet bombers. First, the problem of space and weight. The interior of a modern bomber is cramped for space as is. How can a bulky computer be fitted into it? For every extra pound of dead weight carried, a bomber must add many more gallons of fuel. Second, the problem of reliability. Could a computer be designed to withstand all the stresses of flight? Weather, climate, turbulence. Third, maintenance. Could a computer be designed for easy ground and air maintenance? These and other problems were all finally solved by unique design and by employing the basic principle of modular construction. The same multiple arrangement principle which was applied in the design of this doll furniture enabled the Air Force to procure an airborne computer. By designing an electronic assembly packaged in self-contained units which are then joined, a computer of flexible construction was achieved. It can either be installed in a compact unit or parts can be distributed according to the space available. Self-contained units make it easier to achieve durable construction and easier to test each unit for reliability. Under all conditions, an airborne computer is likely to be exposed to, and some highly unlikely ones. High altitudes up to 120,000 feet. Low temperatures down to 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Below zero. High temperatures up to 200 degrees Fahrenheit. Sunlight. And rain tests. Life tests of mechanical and electronic units. Vibration tests. In this test, the question is not, will the computer work under this condition, but how long will it work? Once the continued capabilities of the airborne computer were established, there was only one other major obstacle: field maintenance. To solve this problem, IBM drew on its commercial experience. It converted its control panels to military use. In order to test a unit of an airborne computer, the technician merely selects the proper control panel. He then plugs the units into the test equipment, and the signal lights tell him whether the units are working or not. This puts testing computer units in the same class as testing light bulbs. Today, the airborne computer is no longer a theory, nor an experiment. It's a fact, tested, functioning, practical, and restricted. It has gone into production under the label BRAIN, bombing, radar, navigation equipment. A new plant is being rushed to completion in Owego, New York, to boost its output. Here is a scale model of a B-52 showing the relative locations of BRAIN equipment. The rest of the system, computers, periscope, and screen, are designed to take up a minimum of space and to give a maximum of use. Computers have taken wing.
Hey, Phil, I got some crosshair jitter in both azimuth and elevation. Would you pull the AR-5 and replace it with a spare?
Sure, Don. Give me a minute. It'll only be a second more. Yeah, I think I got it now. Okay, the amplifier's replaced. How's the jitter?
Settle down. Yeah, it's okay now. Thanks, Phil.
And as long as we're on guard, as long as we're ready to look ahead and move ahead, the future of America is secure.
Okay, I hope you enjoyed On Guard from 1956. We have our artifacts here, since we're going with kind of a military theme, I guess. These are toys that I played with as a kid around the house, but I know that they were around before I was old enough to do anything with them. So as far as the year goes, I'm just going to say early 70s. I was born in 76, so, and I know they weren't bought for me. So I'm just going to go with early 70s. I could be wrong, but this is just the guesstimation. These are really cool. They still work pretty good. Then this one has, check it out, it's got a little turret on the back. You can, you can drive it, and the steering wheel turns. The tank is the centerpiece of it all, because it's, boom! It's got a compartment you could put, I don't know, dead Army guys in. Because there was a bunch of Army guys too. They're around here somewhere. I didn't want to get them all out. This turns, and the gun also goes up and down. This was supposed to be kind of like a missile carrier type dealio, and there was a little missile on it that had a slit down the middle, so you could put it on here and shoot it out. I think there was a little guy that came with this, but I don't know where all that stuff happened. I mean, it's been a while. And for you folks out there that were fans of the Knights of Cherokee County, yes, thank you. This was the tank that Chet had in episode number 2, Out to Pasture, that he had in the bubble bath with him back then. So, like I said, I played with these, and they're still good. They're a little dusty because they're old, and I've had them up on a shelf somewhere. So I kept the dust on them because it makes them look older. Okay, folks, next week we're going to continue with our nuclear, I told you I wouldn't do it again, but I lied, our nuclear theme. I'm not going to give it away too much, but it's hilarious, okay? It's kind of a duck and cover type of deal. What to do in case that you're in the middle of a nuclear blast and somehow you'll survive. Yeah! Okay, folks, until next Monday at 11 a.m. with a brand new episode. You've been watching Retro Americana, and I'm Jeremy Scott. See you next week, kids.